Today we are going to make a dress, and this is going to be one of the dresses that I will use for another costume. This is the dress right here, B3132, and I want to make view B. This is the fabric I'm going to use. There's quite a bit of this. Hopefully it'll turn out great for my costume. This pattern I found at an estate sale. It is factory folded, so I'm going to be the first one to use it. Look at that. Woo-wee!
I was finally reading the instructions and my supervisor came by to make sure that I was okay. Because this was a one-size pattern, I cut out my pattern pieces and then started cutting out the fabric. The next thing I did was mark my fabric pieces to match the pattern, and I did it wrong, even though my supervisor came by to check up on me. Teddy loved this fabric so much, he insisted he needed it as a toy. So we decided to take a little playtime break.
So I finally cut all of the pieces out, both the pattern pieces and the fabric pieces. The interesting thing about this pattern is that it doesn't have any side pieces. It consists of a front piece, a back piece, and the sleeves. So the sleeves will make up the side pieces. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm quite excited for it. It shouldn't take that long. Shouldn't. So I'm hoping that I can get the majority of it done today. We'll see, because I always say that I can make something in one day and then it ends up being like a whole week. So I'll show you how it goes. Hopefully I'll get the bodice ready and I'll be able to show you what that looks like.
I started working on the straps that go along the side of the dress, and when I tell you I started having some issues with putting all my pieces together, whew! Oh my gosh, I just wasn't getting it. I brought out the pattern pieces and started marking them again, and it just wasn't fitting. In this section here, I'm trying to put the front piece with the sleeve, and it just wasn't matching. I think it took me like 15 minutes to figure it out. And this is what it's looking like after I sewed it together. The next thing I had to do was put the back pieces and sew it on the top section of the dress. Once the sleeves were sewn, I was able to sew the neck piece.
Okay, I have finally figured out this bodice, or at least I think I did. And I can try it on. Like I said, it's very different because I don't have like an actual blouse to show you. But this is what it's gonna be, what it's looking like. I think it would actually be really cute if this front part was a different color, but it's not how the costume that I'm going to be replicating is, so I can't do that. These are the ties that, for some reason, took me forever to figure out, and the actual side seams. So the next step is a sleeve edge, and I just don't understand what it's asking me to do, so I'm just gonna move on to the skirt because I know what to do there. So, you know. It's a little late. I think I need to step away and have some dinner, and then maybe take the cats outside, even though it is 100 degrees outside. But this is what it's looking like so far. It's nothing like super cool. It's like bat wings. Na 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 Batman. I'll take a bit of a break, and if I don't come back to work on it tonight, I will work on it tomorrow. I definitely don't think it's gonna be a one-day make like I thought, especially since I started way later. I'll see you in a bit. Hi, good morning. I did a lot last night. I put the skirts, both front and back, on the bodice piece. It looks pretty good. I read up on the instructions a little bit further regarding the sleeve because I need bias tape, and I thought I had some in my stash. Well, I didn't. But because I have a lot of this fabric, I'm going to make my own. It says I need a single fold, so I'm just gonna fold it one side since the other is gonna be sewed directly on there. Whew, I am tired of speaking, of talking, but that's what happens when you're sick. I hope to finish it today. What's left is the sleeves, the side seam. Once I do the sleeve bias tape, I'm able to finally sew the entire seam, which goes from the seam all the way down. And then I will work on the ruffle and the hem and the zipper. I have this invisible zipper, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to put this on. We'll see how this goes.
I started making the bias tape and I thought I had measured it correctly, but spoiler alert, I did not. But I pinned it onto my dress because I didn't know that yet.
Okay, so I sewed these seams and let me just show you. What is that? Why? I'm not gonna change that because no one should see it. I don't think. Just don't tell anybody, okay? Just don't. It's just between both of us, okay? It's just between us. We don't even gonna tell anybody.
After that beauty, let me show you this other one. I added the invisible zipper, and you can see that it is a little bit crooked, but honestly, it's fine.
I decided to make more bias tape for the sleeves because as I was trying to roll it over, it was too small. So I'm gonna do that again. It's late and I'm tired, but I'm gathering this ruffle, which was gigantic. I hope to put it on this dress. I put the bias tape on the sleeve and it looks terrible, but so just gonna be working on this and hopefully I'll show you this tomorrow. This is the dress, and there are a few things that I can change about it because it's not really one of my favorites. I don't know when I'll wear it again, but it works for the costume that I have in mind. I never finished the ruffle at the bottom. I never hemmed it. I just didn't like how it looked, and I didn't put the hook and eye, but I think that I made a mistake. Honestly, this fabric is super heavy and the pattern does call for a lightweight fabric. I think it says it like 3 different times. So whose fault is that? Nebula? Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. As you see, I wore it with some stockings and some shoes, little black shoes, so that I can dress up as the twins from The Shining. What other costumes do you think I can use this dress for? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. If you make a costume like this or you find this pattern and make it, please share it with me on Instagram. I always love seeing your makes.
Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
And whoa. Because once I did